Hello everybody, this is Mystery Meat 73, and I've been not streaming for a while. I was on vacation for quite a few days, and then my most recent game time has been just pretty much just farming at my base for my plants and just amassing enough money to buy the freighter, which I now have. I am currently docked in my freighter. There's my ship. I will be going over some information that I have found as so far, or if it was intentional, I don't know. But the way I was able to get the freighter, especially the one that I wanted, with getting your freighter, I found an interesting kind of cheat or loophole, if you will, or if it was intentional, I don't know. But the way I was able to get the freighter, especially the one that I wanted, was I found a black hole, which I saved the game right before I went through it, and then on the other side of the black hole was a distress call with a really large freighter on the other side of it. At the time when I first saw it, I didn't have enough money to buy the freighter. I play tested a few things where I reloaded and went back through, and every single time there was always a freighter on the other side of the black hole under attack. So what I ended up doing was kind of like got like a price range, anywhere from like, I think they ranged anywhere from like 30 all the way up to 70 million, depending on how, a lot of it just depended on how many slots the freighter actually held. I was going for a very particular look and style, which was kind of reminiscent to me of the Star Destroyers from Star Wars. So I just thought it was pretty cool. Finally, I was able to amass enough. I got about like 60 million, but it was only costing me like maybe 50 something million to buy this freighter I now have. Strangely enough, it's yellow, just like my ship. So I guess I have a theme going now. I spent a lot of time outfitting my freighter. I'm not done yet. There's still a lot of work I need to do, but I will show you a little bit about the freighter and the system and how it works. So, this is my freighter. It's got 29 slots. It's not a ton, but it gets the job done for the most part. I just wanted to get one. I have been amassing enough to have left over like another like 9 million or so. I could actually buy another couple of starships if I wanted to. Something that I have found out is that you can carry up to 6 starships in your freighter. So you can you have like one of each class or something like that, wherever you want to do it. There's like a hauler, there's like a fighter ship, there's a shuttle ship, there's explorer ship. I'm not sure how many different types there are. I've only seen 4 types so far that I can recall. There might have been more, I just don't remember them. It's fine. You can't really build anything, any kind of upgrades to it like you can with your ship. It can just hold stuff. I'm going to show you a little bit of information about this freighter system for anyone who is looking to get a freighter or is curious about how they work. most freighters will have like this little freighter symbol. It's like a little yellow symbol with the freighter icon above it. Sometimes they'll be under attack. Sometimes they'll just be kind of like free forming. Most of the big ones that you can get will be the ones that are under attack that you'd have to save from a distress call. Most of the time, I've only maybe come across a couple where that wasn't the case. But after you successfully save the freighter without hitting it, you'll be able to land in the freighter. Make sure you don't hit the freighter at any time while you are attacking the pirates. It's okay if you hit the sentinels and whatnot. That's not a problem. They'll just shoot at you, come after you, whatever. But as long as you don't hit the freighter, you'll be able to land in the freighter after all the pirates are dead. And then once you come in here, you can talk to the captain, and he will. If you saved the freighter from a distress call, then you will have three options of declining supplies, accept supplies, and then offer to buy freighter, and then that's where you would go to buy your freighter. From your freighter, you can't move your items that you have put into your freighter. You can't move it from the freighter to anywhere unless you talk to your captain. You have to talk to your captain in order to transfer any items from your freighter to and it will automatically go to your starship. So make sure you have enough slots in your starship to transfer any items that you may or may not want. I'm going to go ahead and transfer my nanite clusters because I'm going to go look for some upgrades and whatnot from my starship. All this stuff was from my base. I dismantled my entire base, so there's nothing there except for like vehicles. I guess they'll just be there forever until I build another base somewhere or summon one on another planet. But it's there now. Just there's nothing there. This is all the stuff that I've gotten from like the landing pad and from various things in the game. Just like your storage bins, they can hold up to 10 of a special item. Like this glass, you can stack up to 10. Voltaic cell 10, warp cells 10, all that stuff. And then for mass quantities, you can each slot will hold up to about 1,000 of a resource. Just to keep that in mind when you're like trying to figure out what you want to do. You can send stuff to your freighter at any time from your starship. So whatever you want to transfer to your freighter needs to be on your starship. So if it's in your main inventory, you'll have to transfer it to your ship in there for transfer it to your freighter. Let's see, a nice yellow freighter. Kind of looks like a Star Destroyer from Star Wars. Not exactly, but close enough. I found one that was pretty cool earlier, but I didn't have enough at the time. I'm just fine with this. Maybe I'll save up for a bigger one of the same type. Maybe that looks a little bit nicer. This looks kind of grotesque, but it gets the job done. So yeah, make sure that when you're transferring your stuff around, anything that you put in your freighter, you can't get out unless you talk to your captain. And anything that you want to put into your freighter has to go through your starship. Like I said, you can hold up to 6 starships. It tells you that when you buy the freighter. And And in the back of your freighter is an area where you can like kind of build a base, sort of. Now I don't know if the base percentage is tied to the one on the planet, or if they're separate. That's something I'll have to figure out at some point. But I already started building a farm. I'm just going to do for right now. I'm just going to do Temerium and Spidonium, just because the insulating gels that they create give you the most bang for your buck as far as money. So there's some interesting things about building. When you first get in, there'll be three passages. They will all look like this, where there's nowhere you can go. It's just a dead end, but you can build into it. That's what I did here and here. You can't really put any kind of glass, which is a shame. It'd be really cool if you could put windows like in this area and you could like see out into space or something like that. That'd be super awesome. I hope they maybe add that at some point. But you get stuck with this interesting but boring at the same time stuff. There's an item cache like a regular base, so anything that you dismantle will be like thrown into here. What I'll show you is there is not as many things that you can build on your freighter as you can build on your base on a planet. You have all your farming stuff available to you. Anything that you've unlocked or learned how to grow will automatically be here, so you can put anything you want there. The tech, you only have two things available to you. You have health station and shield station, which I've already have built in here, so I can revive my health or revive my shield. I also built a galactic trade terminal, which is under room parts. If you notice, there's like a hell of a lot less things you can put on room parts. You can build a ladder, and you can build the trade terminal, and that's it. Structure, you can do cylindrical room, X-shaped, T-shaped, L-shaped, straight corridor, and that's it. Nothing with glass, as you can see here. Containers, you have access to all your containers you can build. I already built them all. Decals, all the decals that you may or may not have are here. These are all the only ones that I've gotten, so I don't know if there's more than that, or you can find more, maybe, I guess. Cuboid rooms, there's some limitations to this, obviously. There's no, structural supports and stuff like that, but there's cuboid room, curved cuboid wall, your interior stairs, your inner door, inner wall, and flooring, and that's it. That's all you got. Lights, you got like your colored lights and all your regular lights that you could build on your base. Decorations, I think all the decorations are here from what I could tell, except for the flags that you would put out, I guess, on top of your building or something. You have the inside banners, but you don't have the outside flags, which is whatever. Not sure why you would want that anyways. You do have access to all your specialist terminals except for your exocraft, obviously, because you're not going to be summoning your exocraft on your freighter. At least there's no need to right now anyways. I already have everything unlocked in all these, so there's no real point of having them. But just, if you see on the sort of lower right hand, it says the base complexity. I'm 79% with what I have so far already. I'm not going to need a landing pad, obviously, so they'll save a chunk of money there, a chunk of percentage. So most of it will probably go into my farms. I doubt I'm going to build like I could build like a bedroom and stuff like that, like I did on my base on the planet. But maybe I'll just save that for an actual planetary base and just do like all my growing up on my freighter, since that's where I'm going to be spending the most time farming for that anyways, since I can do that anywhere. I'm going to show you an interesting but annoying thing about this. If you go into this door, you will not, and you don't leave this little corridor, you can't go back through this door. Once it closes, it's like it won't open. The only way you can get it to open again is to go out of the room, wait for the door to shut, go back through, and wait for it to open again. So it's a little bit of a time delay there on when that opens. There's a limit on how far out you can build. I kind of tested that, so I think this is as far to that side as I can go, and this is as far back as this will go. As far as this other wall, on the other side of this wall is actually this area here. So you could actually make this all one big open area if you wanted to. I just made it so that this is the hallway with all my little storage bins and whatnot, and the only other thing in here is this kind of service stuff, which I'm just going to leave that. If I have space, I may put something over here, but it's not really a huge concern of mine right now. I'm just testing how high this goes to. Right now it's 3 levels, and I can go higher. So this is the 3rd floor, and I can actually build up some more, so I don't know how far up it goes. I'm like curious to see how far it goes up, which I will find out another time. Another annoying little thing is if you build the cuboid rooms right off of the little room here, this little room thing, that's what I did. There's like a little lip right here that when you are leaving, it won't let you go. You're just stuck, so you have to hop over it, just barely. That's something that I hope they will fix, or allow you to put like a little stepping, like little step there or something like that, like you see right here, these little steps. That's something that you had access to under the what was it? I think it was under room parts originally. So whatever. Slight annoyance, but nothing that I can't work around. So just a little bit of info on the freighters. If you have any questions, feel free to post something on this video about freighters. If there's anything that you have a question on that I didn't answer, and if I don't know the answer, I'll try to find the answer. They're not extremely complicated. As of right now, you can't really control them. Like you can't really maneuver them in space. All you can do is summon them. So like if I wanted to buy this spaceship, it gives you 3 options. Well, once you do the compare, there's a this is a Class B. It's not bad. It's a fighter. It's a nice color. Looks like one of those fighters from Star Fox or something. But anyways, when you do the compare, there'll be 3 options. You can purchase it outright for the for what it's worth. This is worth 30,800,000 which is substantially a lot more than my ship, and has like 10 more slots than my ship. I don't even have enough to do the trade, but you can also do the trade if you had enough units. So you can either buy it straight out for 30. It's only like a 4 million discount. That's really not much of a discount, to be honest. But that's like, you can do that. You can just add it, or you can trade it out. If you don't like the ship that you have, you can trade it, or you can just add it to your collection. So like maybe you want like a hauler, a fighter, an explorer, a shuttle. Just have like different variations. I'm planning to get like this cheapy ship that I will start using for going through warps, so that the damage is minimal and I don't have to sit there and constantly repair my more expensive ships. Saw that in a video. I can't remember whose video it was, but I did see it somewhere else. So props to who figured that out. Also was told that it's a lot cheaper to buy the ships outright than it is to try to repair a crash ship, since each slot that you repair exponentially gets more expensive the more of them that you repair. So I don't know. I have not done the math on that, but obviously I'm not buying the ship because I don't have enough money, no matter which way I do it. So, but you can, if you had the money, you could do it that way. That's the only thing you can really edit on the ship is that little back area. That's all you can do. You can rename your ship, and that's about it. I don't know what happens, to be honest, if you like fire upon your own ship. I'm not really willing to test that theory, but I'm going to do like a fly around, I guess, to show you what this ship kind of looks like from the outside. But it's a pretty big ship for the most part. It's not the biggest ship you can get, but I'm also very picky about the ship that I got. But it's yellow, bright yellow, like my hauler. So I don't know. I just kind of bought it because I felt that it fit like the theme of my yellow ship, and so everything I have is yellow right now, except for my gun. But whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not really itching to find out what happens if you fire upon your freighter. I would assume the Sentinels would come after you. That's not something I'm interested in, and I don't want to be locked out of my freighter either. So I completed that. You can pretty much summon your freighter from planet side. I'm not sure what the requirements are for you to summon your freighter somewhere, but I'm assuming that it can't be already there. Like, it can't be already in the system. I guess I'll test that theory. Go out for a little bit, see if I can summon it further out or something. So yeah, okay, looks like you can. So yeah, you have to be a certain distance away from where your ship is currently. You can maybe summon it to wherever it is you are. Pretty cool. So this is my Star Destroyer, basically. I just liked how it looked. Not everybody's cup of tea, I'm sure, but I like it. The yellow is kind of off-putting, but I'm not really sweating it right now. Maybe they'll add a feature. Maybe they'll add a feature which will maybe allow you to change the color. Like, you can change the color of stuff on your base, but You should be able to do the same thing for your ship. That'd be cool. You should be able to do that with your ship. You should be able to do that with your freighter. So I'm just gonna continue my journey to the center. Now that I have my freighter, that might pose to be a little bit easier to do, rather than having to go back and forth to my base that was on the planet. That just took an inordinate amount of time to go back and forth. Hello, welcome to my stream. Thank you for joining. I'm just explaining about the freighter that I recently got. I just got that today. So I've been trying to get this freighter for quite a while. I haven't been streaming mainly because first of all, I was on vacation for 5 days, and then I didn't think anybody would be too interested in me like farming for hours and hours and hours on end, just trying to get enough money to buy the freighter. All I was doing was growing my crops and farming them. Nothing too extremely interesting, unfortunately. So I spared you all the mundane and monotonous farming. I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem too interesting. But some people like it, I guess. Not exactly sure what my next task is. I think I'm just going to continue to try to get to the center, but also I may start saving up for a better starship. Obviously I'll need to get quite a bit more money to get a better ship. But I found a space anomaly, so that means that I can find a get to the center quicker. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to these guys. I'm not gonna bother talking to him because he wants me to get a level 10 on zoology. I'm like only like level 2 I think right now. It's just super annoying to try to get that. You have to find every single animal on a planet, all the species on the planet, to get the zoology perk for that planet, and that just takes a lot of time to do that. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. There's 2 or 3 planets I was recently at that I only needed to find 1 or 2 more animals, but I just didn't care to try to figure that out. Alright. So I'm gonna go back out into space. Go find. Navigational data received. Okay. It's gonna find another black hole for me. It's not too far away. That's pretty good. So, wonder if I can just stumble across a cheapy ship. Maybe if I found one for like $1 million, 1 or 2 million, and I'll just buy it just for the sake of sending it through the black hole. So not much I guess damage. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and summon my freighter. asteroid's just kind of like protruding into my ship. I don't know, those asteroids were there before my ship was. I'm invading their space. Okay, just give me a second here, I'm just responding to a text. I'm gonna go check out the ship. So, let's see how much this guy wants for this ship. I don't know how good this ship is. It's 19 slots, it's not great. It's only Class C. 660,000. You know what? I'm gonna buy it. And add that to my collection. Alright, so now I have that in my inventory. I'm assuming my other ship is over here. Yep, see, it's just like the vehicles. Once you get more than one, whichever one that you most recently interacted with is the one that you will have as your default ship. So I'm going to rename this silliness. I'm not going to really outfit it with anything. I'm going to name this thing Warp Fodder. Because that's what I'm going to use it for. Okay. There are a few things I need to fix, though. I'm not going to bother with the hyperdrive. I'm not going to bother with that. It's just silliness. I don't really need to have any of this right here. And all this other stuff is just basic stuff. So, I'm going to test this theory out. Alright, let's save my game. It's a neat looking ship. It's black. Black and red. It looks like it has like torpedoes or something. Alright, let's see what this guy has. It's a pretty neat looking ship. I like it. How much does he want for that? What? Whoa, it's a Class A. 8 million units. That's just for the trade. But to purchase outright, it's 885. But this, it's not really that good. It only has 19 slots. Or, well, my other one, that cheapy one only has 19 slots. It's kind of spread out, I don't know. It only has like one more slot than my other ship. But it does have a bonus to hyperdrive. That's pretty good. I don't know. And this is, what is this? An Explorer Class A with a hyperdrive. That might be worth checking out. Alright. You know what? I think I'll buy it. Sounds good. I can make the slots work. Let's see. Ugh, they put the hyperdrive have to have access to the hyperdrive slot. And you can't move them around. Nope, I'm not gonna. Good stats, but nah, can't really work with it. Nope, that's not gonna work. Sorry, guy. I like your ship, but it's set up really badly. Okay, so, anywho, I go in this other ship that I purchased. It's just a crappy little nothing ship. It's yellow, keeping with my yellow theme. Maybe I should just wait for a yellow version of that one I just bought. Alright, so, now that I have that, I need to find the black hole. There it is. Alright, so, save my game. I'm going to go through this black hole. There's not really that much on there to damage. We'll see what happens. Alright. Using my throwaway ship, basically, to go through the warp. We'll see how that works. If my theory is correct, and that video I watched is correct, I should be able to just summon my freighter on this other side of this black hole and get my good ship back out of it with minimal cost reduction. Okay. Didn't really travel that far, only 163,000 light years. Didn't damage anything because really there's not anything to damage. So yeah. Condensium, that's a radioactive planet right there. So, I'm going to. I guess I'm too close to something. What am I close to? Am I too close to those other freighters? Too close to the planet? Let's see what's this other planet here. What do you... Alright, I'm gonna head toward this other planet real quick. All these asteroids. Just phasing right through them like they were nothing. That's what the hyperdrive does for you. Or not hyperdrive, but thrust engine. I should have phased through the asteroids. Because science. It's good enough. Alright, this should be able to examine it by now. Okay. Alright. Alright, so go land in my freighter. Bib. And my other ship should be in here somewhere. Because it's part of my collection. There it is. So that actually works. So if you are going through a black hole, you can just get like this cheapy, inexpensive nothing ship and just send that through that black hole. And then once you're through, just, alright. That's that weird planet with there's another freighter. That'd be cool if you could actually own more than one freighter. Is there only like 2 planets here? Yep, and a moon. There's a moon somewhere. Must be on the other side of that planet. I can't see it from here. Alright, well, I know how to fix that. We go to the other side of the planet. Must be on the other side. Got a little bit here. My next agenda would be to start collecting ships. A little bit of a glitch there. Alright, there's a habitable base. And right near it here. Sunlight is the weather. Low security, high and frequent. Oh, I landed right on top of this thing. Well, evidently it's very hot here, because I have direct sunlight from a sun I can't see. Alright, sounds good. Sounds legit. Over here. Are you friendly? Timid, yep, he's... Oh, she is timid. That one's fearful. So I don't have to worry about that. Pretty good so far. I found 2 animals already. Pretty neat. Scanning everything is not necessary, but it just gives you more money. Hold on, please. Hello. Hey. I am streaming on No Man's Sky. Yep, just doing kind of a pseudo tutorial on how to do freighters and what you can do with them and stuff like that.